Hey, good evening. Dan Fitzpatrick here at StockMarketMentor.com, and it's September 9th. That's Wednesday. Thank God it's Wednesday, okay? GoPro. I mentioned this yesterday. Here's a reason why I'm coming back to this. This isn't a trade. This is really a lesson. Yesterday in the free chart, I featured this, and I suggested, I can't get here. This is what I want. Do I want that? Sorry about that. This is what I'm trying to avoid. Here, this is what the stock looked like yesterday, and my suggestion was that you consider buying this stock and listen carefully, because back here the stock had held its support here. Okay, stock held its support yet again, and I'm not so dogmatic to say, well, then GoPro will hold it here at support too. I think it's got what it takes to move up again. It's not the way I trade. What I was saying was that this is a test of support, and it is a low risk trade. And I'm pretty sure I said something like not necessarily a high probability. That's not the point. The point is it is a low risk trade because it's at support. So what you do, and this is the operative term, and it's not just for this stock, this is for any trades that you're making. If you're buying pullbacks, you wait for the rebound. You wait for the rebound because the market is showing you. The market is showing you that somebody's in there buying stock that wasn't a day or two or three ago, and that's saying, okay, once again, this is a floor. What if I'm wrong? Well, what if I'm wrong? It's okay, because you've got to stop just a little bit below where this support was. But again, you only put in the stop when you make the trade, and you make the trade when you see the stock bouncing. Okay, so we don't see that stock bouncing here, right? So we're waiting, and then this comes. So this is a trade, seriously, and it's like, it should be actually like most of your trades. It shouldn't actually be a trade. It should be a potential trade. And what I mean by that is, you know, you're looking at a lot of stocks, and you're waiting for the right trade. You're saying, okay, if this does this, then that. If it doesn't, then I won't. And most of the time, you know, you're going to see possibilities, but you're not going to see trades. You're just going to see possibilities. So what I'm telling you here with GoPro, this was a possibility, never came to fruition. Somebody mentioned in the forum today, like something like, you know, hey, I took this trade, and everybody takes responsibility for their own trades. I'm not making that declaration. Everybody knows that's how I feel, but everybody does. Everybody does take that responsibility. But my suggestion to this person and to anybody else was, hey man, you know, this was the analysis. It's not really moving anywhere, so you need to really rethink this trade. So do this on all of your trades, not just on this one. Wait until you have a clearly defined, oops, I'm wrong level. If you can't find a level where you can look at it, and this is a two-part thing, if you can't find a level where you can look at it and say, okay, if the stock goes to there, I'm wrong, and then take that level and then look at the position size that you have and say, okay, if I'm wrong and I get stopped out, the loss that I take will be an acceptable loss. If you can't go through that two-part analysis, then you should not make that trade. And I will tell you, I have made that mistake on the second part many times, more times than I want you to, where I'll have it always happens this way. You've got a real strong conviction on a trade. You think this is the one, so you go in bigger. You go in bigger than you typically would, and sure enough, that's the loser, and it starts moving against you, and pretty soon you're looking and you're saying, okay, well, it hasn't gotten to my oh crap, I'm wrong level, because I really didn't think I was going to be wrong on this trade, but I'm so big and I'm getting smaller all the time that I'm losing all this money. So that's not working for me. What the H do I do? And I've been in that situation. It is a lonely place to be. So anyway, oh, one thing I want to mention to you, I don't know the exact date, but I'm going to be teaching a webinar sometime over the next 3 or 4 weeks on technical analysis for non-technicians, which is we've literally sold thousands and thousands of this product. So I'm just telling you, if you've been thinking about taking that course, it's a two-part video series. Don't do it. Don't buy it because I'm redoing it in a webinar format. You'll have more news. Will be more news on that once we get it figured out. I don't know exactly when it is. I was just talking to Gary about that today. But this is the only time you'll ever hear me say, "Don't give me money." So just wait until you get further news. And I'm going to help you trade better. Promise you. Okay, I'll see you tomorrow.